Triple Flicks.
What's going on, everybody? Friday the 14th here for you for the Triple Flicks Mafia channel, and it is time for an update. Like I always say, it's been a couple months since I made one of these. Got a nice little stockpile of stuff to show off to you. Just a little heads up, Chatty Bobby is going to be putting out a 31 days of 31 horror movies for 31 days for the month of October. That's going to start October 1st. He put a video out the other day talking about it and all that stuff, so make sure you tune in for that. He's got some doozies in there. I think most of them are going to be first-time watches for him, so should be fun to watch. I've got some things planned for October. I think I'm going to do around the middle of the month of October. I believe I'm going to put out my complete horror collection of movies. And then right around Halloween, I think I'm going to show off my Halloween collection. So we'll see. Hopefully I'll get that done. But you're here to see this update and see all the movies that I bought. I've got more than movie. I've got some comics that I picked up since the last update. I got some figures that I picked up. All that good stuff. So let's just get right into the nitty gritty of it. All right, first off, we're going to start with some 4Ks, non-horror. I've got a few non-horror titles, more than I usually do, but these two, this is not even close to horror. This is actually a Christmas movie, and was released a couple weeks ago or a week ago or something like that, but that's the Home Alone 4K with it. They could have done so much better with the slipcover to that, but it's Home Alone on 4K. It's a shame that we probably won't get Home Alone 2, but beggars can't be choosers. I'll just throw Home Alone 2 into this as well. A movie that I watched for the first time a couple days ago. I think it came out in 2016, I believe. But that's Whiplash on 4K. Like I said, I watched this for the first time the other day, and J.K. Simmons is an absolute beast in this movie. Love how it wrapped up at the end. Just really, really well done. The music's great. Of course, it's a movie based around music, but Miles Teller kills it. I don't know if he plays the actual drum parts, but I mean, it's just, it brings you back, like, especially for me, like playing baseball and football, some of the coaches you had back then that would push you to the limit to get the best out of you, and that's pretty much what this is in a musical setting. So really, really impressed with this one. It's a shame that it took me so long to see this one. Next up, got some sports movies. This is more of a documentary. I found this out of McKay's for like $10, but it's the 30 for 30, the first 30 films. The short film, I think they're like 45 minutes to an hour long a piece. But I've seen most of these. The Run, Ricky Run, the Larry Bird one was a really good one. The Magic and the Larry Bird one. Jordan Rides the Bus, the documentary about him playing with the Barons. What made me want to pick this up was after watching The Last Dance. Got me in a sports mood. I hope somebody puts that out on physical release, but this one's really good. It's, hell, forget how many discs it is. Ow. Did you hear that? It's just slammed my elbow. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 disc set. Really nice. And was able to find it with the slipcover too. So, yeah, that's a plus. And then Jordan has told me this is a great movie. It's a long-ass movie, but that's Hoop Dreams from Criterion. I've seen like bits and pieces of it. I know what the premise is about, but I've never watched it all the way through. So, definitely looking forward to checking this one out. Once again, is after watching The Last Dance, it was out of McKay's for like $10. So decided to pick it up, and that's Hoop Dreams. All right, next up, got a couple of action movies. I came across this at McKay's for like $10, and it says it's nonstop action adventure since Top Gun. This was put out in 1990. So, and that's Firebirds with Nicolas Cage and Tommy Lee Jones. It said Top Gun on the back. It has helicopters. It's a Kebo Lorber. I'll give it a shot. It probably won't be anytime soon, but I'll give it a shot. If not, I can probably resell it for the same price. And then next up, got from MVD Visual, the double pack of Blood Fight and Ironheart with Bolo Young. Of course, he's Chun-Li and Bloodsport, and then he's the main bad guy in Double Impact. But looks to me like they're going to be knockoffs of Bloodsport and Lionheart. Probably totally wrong on that, but the writing, the script, the font looks the same, and it has Bolo Young, so of course I'm all in on that. All right, now we're getting into the horror. First off, I'm going to show off some horror comics that I picked up, and then we'll get into the movies themselves. I was able to find this cover of Freddy versus Jason versus Ash, and it's the Jason cover. I have the Ash cover in this, but no, it may be, this is the first one in the series. I have the Ash cover like this one, but came across this at Great Escape. Every now and then they get these in, and I'm able to pick them up from there. They have them for good price. So, and then the next one up is, I don't have number 1, but this is another Freddy versus Jason versus Ash, and these all kind of line up together. This is the Jason cover, and then you have the Ash cover, and then the Freddy cover. But as you can see, let's see if I can't hold all 3 of them up, but they line up to make like a banner in a way, I guess. I don't know what the other covers could be. Let's see. Peekaboo. Yeah. But they all line up. Like I said, I don't know what the other covers look like. I'll have to look them up online. But super stoked to pick these up. And that's number 2, 3, and 4 out of this run. So we shall see about that. Let me stick these down here. And then I was able to find some Bloodbath Friday the 13th editions that I didn't have. And this is issue 2 Terror. Pretty cool cover on that one. And then you have issue 2 Wrap, which is pretty much, it's the same comic, but this is a wrap one that goes on the front and back. And then I have issue 2 Gore, which that cover is freaking amazing. The look of Jason, not so much, but I mean, just splitting the head in 2. That's pretty cool for a demented mind like mine. All right, now into the horror movies themselves. We're gonna just roll right on through this, I guess. I See You. It came out with a Blu Ray version of this through Arrow. Jordan, Chad, and Paul have all seen this, and they really like this. It's more of a thriller than horror. Helen Hunt is a complete absurd in this movie, is what I heard. Her voice just gets on my nerves. But they said the twist in this and the multiple twists in this, they said is really good. So excited to finally check that one out at some point. I need to watch it over October. And then one, I've seen clips of this online and everything, but I've never seen the whole movie. It's pretty freaking gory, graphic, all that stuff. But that's Robert Englund in 2001 Maniacs. Like I said, I've seen pieces of it online, and the parts that I have seen, it's pretty freaking brutal. So stoked to check that one out. Maybe stoked's not the correct word, but excited to check it out. It was cheap out at Great Escape. It was $3 out there, so take a chance on it. Then found this out of McKay's for like $4, and that's Fear Inc. I read the back of it. It's based around Halloween, so it was cheap. It has Porter in it from The Sandlot, so it couldn't be that bad, right? Probably is. Then we got a movie with Lou Diamond Phillips in it, Bats. I remember seeing this a long time ago, kind of like Arachnophobia, but with bats. So Paul will really love this one. If you ever get a chance, in the comments on one of Paul's videos, ask him how much he loves bats. That's all you gotta say. Say hashtag bats on one of his videos, and he'll go crazy. But yeah, I don't remember much about it. I remember just bats killing people. That's pretty much the premise. One I haven't got around to watching, but I am going to watch it over October, and that's The Barge People. Heard the practical effects are really good. Paul liked this one. It was like $10 out at Walmart. So, I mean, the creatures look pretty cool. And it's RLJ. I think this, yeah, it was on Shudder. It may not be, I don't think it's on Shudder anymore, so maybe look it up. But then next up, we got a Wild Eye release. One that Paul really enjoyed as well. Wrestle Massacre. Yeah. I can't really show you the back. Well, yeah, fuck it. I'll show you the back. Yeah, that's what you're in for right there. Guy looks like Bruiser Brody. So we shall see. It's I heard the kills are really fun in this, and Paul said it's pretty entertaining. So it was, I forget, I found it for pretty cheap on maybe Bull Moose on that one. So definitely check that one out. That's on the list to watch this October as well. All right, moving right along. I like it. I like it a lot. Next up, we got a couple Bigfoot movies here. I literally just picked this one up an hour ago or so before I started filming this at Walmart, and that's Monstrous. I don't know anything about it. Like I said, the plastic's still on it. I just literally picked it up. But one that I can tell you about that I had a lot of fun with, and the one comparison I can make to this one is Rambo meets Bigfoot, and that's Primal Rage. This movie was fucking awesome. The kills are great. It is brutal. The Bigfoot is a lot different than any other Bigfoot you've seen in the movie. Like I said, he's very Rambo-esque. But yeah, I had a lot of fun with this one. I highly, highly recommend it. If you're a big Bigfoot fan, definitely check this out. I don't know, you can maybe, it may be on Prime. It may be on Shudder, I don't know. But definitely check out Primal Rage. That was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that one. Then next up, I got Grave Encounters. Really like this one. It's set up almost like a Ghost Adventures. If you ever watched it, it's pretty much that setup. They go to an asylum. They're filming, trying to get in contact with ghosts, and then shit hits the fan, and it really hits the fan once it does. I'm a big fan of the show Ghost Adventures with Zach Bagans, so if you like that kind of stuff, definitely check this one out. And then since I picked up one, I picked up two as well. Haven't watched this one yet, but this one does have a Blu Ray release, but since I have the first one, the picture quality can't be that much different. Probably, it can't be that much different. I mean, it's an independent horror. Both of these were put out by Tribeca Films. But, yeah, they'll sit next to each other on the shelf now instead of one DVD, one Blu-ray. But haven't got around to watching this one. This one's on the list to watch during October as well. So that's Grave Encounters 2. All right, now we're into the horror Blu-rays. Picked up, I think I was watching one of the Horrorholics shows, and they were talking about this movie, and that's Deathgasm. It's a mix between horror and metal music. That's about all I know. I heard the kills are fucking crazy. So stoked to check that one out. It's different. Doesn't have any artwork on the back. But yeah, I heard if you like metal music and you like horror, this is a great combination. And then we have one, I picked it up, I think I picked this up out of McKay's. It was pretty cheap. It has Adam West in it. It's probably terrible, but it's called One Dark Night. Haven't watched it yet, don't know nothing about it. And it's put out, it's a Code Red title, so that has a go for it. And like that fucking matters. Then got Here Comes the Devil. Another one I haven't got around to watching it yet. Don't know nothing about it. Seems pretty creepy, so who the fuck knows. Then picked up Nightmare Beach. Got it off of Bull Moose. They had it on sale. Another Kibo. John Saxon's in it. I heard the kills are good. That's about it. And then I have a 4-pack here. They're re-releasing this. But as I'll talk about here in a little bit, it's a Hellraiser, I believe, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Yeah, I haven't seen any of these yet. But as I'll describe here in a minute, I'm looking forward to checking them out. All right, keeping this train rolling. I'm going to struggle with the name of this one. I can't say it for the life of me, right? Beelzebub? I don't know. It's on Shudder. Definitely go check this one out. It is super creepy. The first major scene in this, it will leave you saying, holy shit. And the other scenes that it's pretty messed up, but it is really, really cool. It has a couple little CGI parts in it that don't really take away from the movie, but they're very, very noticeable. But I really enjoyed this one. I know this one is on Shudder right now. So definitely, if you don't feel like buying it, check it out on there. It's worth it. It's a solid watch. I like that one a lot. And then next up from MVD Visual, The Taking of Deborah Logan. Everybody's seen that one part in the cave with the woman that's like eating a child in it. But this movie is super creepy. It deals with, I believe, Alzheimer's disease and possession. So, and that woman is super, super creepy. Even from the beginning, when stuff's not happening yet, she's a creepy looking woman. But this thing gets absolutely terrifying, and I really enjoyed that one. Been wanting to see that one for a while. And then, let's see, what is this one? This was put out by Billy Pond. It's called Circus of the Dead. Picked it up. I've heard the Horrorholics talking about it once again. This movie is fucked up. The kills are absolutely brutal. The editing and some of the dialogue is a little out there, but it's an independent horror movie. There's a good movie in this. The main character, Papa Corn, the guy standing right there in the front, is absolutely terrifying. And his little henchmen that do all the dirty work for him. But yeah, the kills are absolutely brutal. You gotta have some hashtag wiener dangle in there, but you can get past that. But I don't know if this is on Shudder or not. But yeah, it's pretty good. There's a good movie in this. It just could have been edited better, but I still enjoyed it. It's a keeper. And then I picked up the Fly box set from Screen Factory from Walmart, and I had no interest whatsoever watching the original, the first three with Vincent Price and then the Son of Fly and all that stuff. But I watched the Cronenberg Fly and was absolutely blown away by it. It's absolutely amazing. The practical effects are top notch. I heard the Fly 2 is not as good, so I sold the box set and just picked up the individual release of the Cronenberg Fly, and this is a definite pickup. It was my first time seeing it, probably a couple weeks ago, so really enjoyed the Fly. Definitely check it out if you never have. I know I'm way late to the party. I'm watching this one, but I really enjoyed it. Got the last of the Amber Rays here, picked up from Synapse Films, The Dorm That Drip Blood. I think it's got some other name to it too. Pranks. But I believe this has to deal around Christmas time, so this will be on the Christmas Horror Watch this year. I don't know anything about it. It's been on my wish list for a long time and finally picked it up. And then I found this one for super cheap, The Final Terror from Screen Factory. I don't know anything about this one either. I haven't got around to watching it, but looks pretty cool. And then one that Jordan recommended. I know it's one of Screen Factory's really early releases. I know they just put it out on Steelbook and all that, but that's Humanoids from the Deep. He said it was a lot of fun with this one. The creatures are really cool, and the basis is pretty messed up, but he said he had a lot of fun with it, so I found it for a good price and pick him up. All right, these are Arrow titles that I picked up since they don't have any slips or anything. Re-picked up The Initiation. Picked this up when this first got released. We watched it. I wasn't too impressed with it, but I've been on a kick of giving things a second chance, and Orbit DVD had it for a really good price, so re-picked it up. Even though I know what the twist is, I still want to give it a second chance to see if it'll stay in the collection once again. And then I picked up The Woman. I didn't get, I ordered it from Bull Moose, hoping that it would come with a slipcover and all that, but it may have been an exclusive to Diabolic or something like that. But I've heard this movie's pretty good as well. Paul talked about this one, and it's the Arrow version of The Woman. I don't know if it has another name. No, because the slipcover version came with another movie as well, but this one doesn't. It's the bare bones edition. Well, not bare bones, but not the special edition. Same as this one, Edge of the Axe. Haven't watched it yet. It's on the list as well to watch during October. I heard it's not the best slasher, but it was for a good price. I couldn't say no to it for an Arrow title. All right, these next two. Well, this next one, I watched it years ago and was not a fan of it at all. And then I found Hellraiser, the Arrow edition, out at McKay's for like $12. Gave it a second chance. Really enjoyed it. The music's great. The practical effects are outrageously good. I just wish in this one you got more of the Cenobites in it, but I like the story around it more and became a huge fan. Like, as you saw, I picked up 4, 5, 6, and 7 of that quadruple pack. But yeah, really glad I gave this a second chance, because I really enjoyed it this time around. And then I picked up from Orbit DVD as well, Hellraiser 2. I watched it. I like this one more than the original one because you get more of the Cenobites. The practical effects in this are great again. The music, I've become a big fan of the character of Pinhead and the Cenobites. Probably Chatter is my favorite out of all of them. I love the way he looks. But this one, you get, like I said, you get more of the Cenobites in it. It takes a little bit to get going, but it like the original one, it just builds, and then the payoff is fucking amazing. But yeah, I really like this one as well. I want to pick up 3. I may have to just get the DVD version of that, because I'm not paying that outrageous money that the Scarlet box goes for. And then the other box set that came out, it's Region B. I think that may be the only other way that you can get 3 on Blu-ray. So I may just have to pick up the DVD of 3, or hope that Arrow puts out a US version of 3 as well, other than the Scarlet box, like they did for the first 2. But yeah, I've become a fan of the Hellraiser franchise after watching the first 2. That's why I picked up that quadruple pack. But I need to find 3 before I can get to those. So right into the slips we go. This was super cheap. It's also put out by Tribeca Films, and that's Hollow. The slip was in great shape. It was like $5. If it's not any good, then I'll just sell it. But the slip cover looks cool. That's all I can get out of it. Picked up Open 24 Hours. Have yet to watch this one, but Chad and Paul were big fans of it. I don't know if Jordan's watched it yet, but has a nice slip cover to it. It's a pretty decent slasher from what I've heard. It's on the watch list for this month. And then this one is as well, another MVD Rewind. Mikey. I heard this is better than The Good Son, or more graphic than The Good Son, but almost similar. Probably not all the way similar, but I've heard good things about it. That's why I picked it up. So sue me. I don't know. Got Little Monsters from who put this out? Vestron. I saw it a couple times as a kid. I don't remember much about it. I wasn't a diehard fanatic of this movie like a lot of people, but I mean, Vestron put it out, and it's super cheap. It's like $13 at Walmart. I thought we were getting an amazing deal because I pre-ordered it with Shivers, and then I heard what Shivers, the movie Shivers was about. I forget who. Paul watched it. He told quick what it's about, and I was like, yeah, that's not my kind of movie. So put that one in the sale pile, but kept this one. Like I said, this wasn't a diehard watch for me back in the day, but I remember enjoying it. So hopefully it'll hold up, because hell, these things are like $10 right now on Amazon. It's freaking crazy, and they come with digital copies. For Vestrons, where all their first one through 18 were all like $30 a piece. I mean, that's a huge price difference. So I know a lot of people pick these up. I know my Walmart's had a shit ton of copies of them as well. So yeah, it's got a real nice slipcover too. It's real shiny, all that good stuff. And then picked up the second release of the Dead Pit. I haven't watched this yet. It's a Code Red release. This is not the glow in the dark slip, but it's all embossed. Got it from Amazon. All the guys really enjoyed it. So I have yet to get around to watching it yet, but yeah, that's the Dead Pit. Got some 4K horror. I don't know, I put this in my horror collection, but had to pick up Beetlejuice. Everybody knows about it. Tim Burton, Michael Keaton. Yeah, there's not much that can be said about it. It's freaking Beetlejuice. Also picked up Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, finally. It's like $15 at Walmart. I found it at McKay's for the same price. I traded in some stuff, got some in-store credit, so it's finally time to pick this one up. Picked it up this past week, so I haven't had time to watch it yet. Same with this one. Oh, Dr. Sleep. Haven't had time to watch it yet. Looking forward to checking it out finally. It's on my list to watch during the month of October as well. Was able to find it with the slip for like $15 out there, so that's a price I was willing to pay for it. All right, last 2 movies are Scream Factory releases. First one is 13 Ghosts. Haven't seen this since it first got put out on Blu-ray, because when did this come out? 2001. Artwork by Joel Robinson. He killed it on that one, like always. I remember the main that one right there was the one that always stuck out to me. And what's her name from Shannon Elizabeth? She's always nice to look at as well. But looking forward to checking this one out here soon. This came out about the same time like House of Wax and Ghost Ship and all that came out, which Ghost Ship's getting released, I think, either Tuesday on Blu Ray, on Screen Factory, which I'm not a fan of that one. I mean, the first 10 minutes are cool with the whole ship scene, but the rest of it I wasn't a fan of. I liked House of Wax and this one better. I hope Screen Factory has it in the works for the House of Wax remake, because I'm a big fan of that one. Real big fan. But yeah, that's 13 Ghosts. And then the next one, picked up Tales from the Dark Side, the movie. It was my first time ever seeing this, watching it, and I really enjoyed it. Really good anthology. My favorite was the gargoyle one. I forget what it's called. If you love me, or Lover's Vow, that's the one. The Cat from Hell one's pretty messed up as too. Having a cat, I hope mine never turns into a little demon cat like that. But Lover's Vow was probably my favorite story out of these with the gargoyle. I mean, the practical effects were freaking amazing on it. But yeah, really enjoyed this one. Happy to add it to the Screen Factory collection as well. And I'm really, really looking forward to getting that Friday the 13th box set that's coming out in a couple weeks. I am stoked to delve into that whole set. I'm looking forward. That's my number one release of the year by far, to physical media. It's gonna be amazing. I can't wait to have it in my hands. May even do an unboxing video for that one. We shall see. But yeah, that's all the movies. Since my last update, I made a video on this guy himself, but this is what is it called? I have the box right here. The HCG Michael Myers 1978 Michael Myers statue. If you want to go back on the channel, you can see the video where I picked him up, a little out and about video. But really love that statue. He's heavy duty, looks good. Just an awesome piece to have. And then, I don't know if I ever showed this off. I'm in the light though. But I got the Halloween 3 kids set. Just a really, really awesome set that NECA came out with. Stoked to have that. Really like it. I have them all with the mask, with the bugs and all that stuff on them. Really like those figures. Don't want to go too much into detail because, like I said, at the end of the month, I'm going to show off my complete Halloween collection. And then finally picked this piece up, the Halloween 2 retro figure. Really like that piece. I had the bloody eyes. He's got the scalpel. He's ready for the Laurie and Loomis double pack to come out. I have it pre-ordered through Nightmare Toys. So that's with that empty spot right there. That's going. That's where it's going. And then have a little scene with Myers, Laurie, and Loomis all together. So happy. All right, if you stuck around and watched this video all the way through, I didn't want to mention it at the beginning where people would fast forward through it and all that good stuff. But I have a stack of digital codes here that I want to give away. Just first come, first serve. If you get them, you get them. If you don't, you don't. It's quite a bit of a list here of stuff. So we'll just fly through these. The first one up is the digital code for Little Monsters. If you can read that, I'll give you a countdown. 3, 2, 1. And that's Little Monsters for you. Next one up is Whiplash from the 4K. If you want that one, take it. It's yours. Next up is I See You from the DVD. If it focuses in, if you can get that, have at it. Cheers. We have, I'm not sure if all these work because some of these are out of some used movies, but I'm pretty sure 90% of these are good to go. It's worth a try. They're free. Next up, Black Hawk Down. You can see that. Focus in. There it is. Boom. It's yours. We have American Gangster from the 4K. If you can make that out, have at it. You're welcome. Stir of Echoes. Who knows if that one still even works. But you can try it. We have Universal Soldier from the 4K. You're welcome. We have Jaws from the 4K. Bam. We have Urban Cowboy. You know you want that one. See if you can see it. It's yours. We have Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. John Wick from the 4K. I don't know if it works, but you can try it out. It's yours. We have Spider-Man Far From Home. I've had these sitting around for a long time. I don't like selling them anymore because people are shoo-shoo on Facebook on selling codes. 47 meters down, uncaged. Take it. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. If you can make that out. It's yours. This is the old Top Gun one. Who knows if it'll even work. I doubt it, but it's right there. We have Final Destination 5. Doubt that works, but somebody can try. We have The Campaign. Old one as well. It's just sitting around. I don't need it anymore. Ready or Not. I bought this movie used, so this one may not work. But, like I said, it don't cost nothing to try it. If you got it, you got it. If you didn't, you didn't. And then the last one is The Wolf of Wall Street, which this movie was bought used as well, so you can try it out. But there's our little gift to you. A bunch of digital codes. Like I said, first come, first serve. If you get them, awesome. Yeah, just a little thank you. We appreciate it. And that is it for this update. Like I said before, make sure you tune in with the notifications because Chad's going to start dropping videos every day once the 1st of October comes around with his 31 Days of Horror, 31 Days of Halloween, whatever you want to call that stuff. But yeah, he's already got some in the bank ready to go. I hope y'all all enjoy that. Give this video a big thumbs up if you liked it. Let me know down in the comments what you think about the titles I picked up, all that good stuff. Turn the notification bell on. Give this video a thumbs up, comment, all that YouTube jib jab. But until next time, we out.